MLA is one of the citation processes. When they do research, they have to prove what they've written. They have to prove, number one, that it's their own words, and they haven't borrowed somebody else's, but that they've borrowed the information, that the information is vetted and accurate, and where it actually came from. And when they do that, they literally do a cite or a citation at the bottom or on the last page of their project, which gives the information of where they located it, when they located it, what it is about, and any pertinent data that proves that it is either primary or secondary source. Primary sources are usually your best. It's like what the horse said. You know, when you say you're getting it from the horse, all right. And then secondary could be pictures or something else that just shows support of what that information is. But that's the MLA piece.
And so with that, they have to present that information in a very specific format, you know, that it's always done the exact same way. And,
right.
I know from personal experience that if you get it set up properly on the front end, it's a lot easier than going back and trying to fix it on the back end.
Oh, that's absolutely correct. And that the AP, which is one of the ways that they can do the citations, is very simple. And when they're using software, here we are with technology, like a Word document, Word will do it for them. All they have to do is plug the information in that it's asking for, and it creates a citation for them, which in my day, I had to do it all. I had to write it all out. So it's easier.
And walk uphill in the snow, right? So she's mentioning the word fines. Is that's an acronym for something, I imagine?
Yes, it is. This is the Florida State's official strategy for research.
Okay.
And it does stand for, and it stands for a way the kids learn to research. And F is focus, I is investigate, N is note take and evaluate your information, D is develop the information, and then S is score and present your information. And when they've gone through all these pieces, and at every single grade level from literally kindergarten through 12th grade, the state of Florida has provided lesson plans for teachers or media specialists to teach the research skills and make it interesting. The biggest piece with the F is focusing in, teaching the kids. You got to focus it in. You can't do a report on Indians because that's like, wow, huge. So Fines helps kids focus in to create better research projects.
So I think she talks a little bit more about teaching that process. Let's hear from her.
I am still figuring out what works best for my teachers here. I have a teacher coming in next Friday. They're going to do a book checkout, so we're going to actually have 2 rotations within the class period. Half of the class period will be spent doing a book rotation or a book checkout for half of the students, and then we'll switch midway through, and there will be a makerspace activity. The students are reading the book Ungifted by Gordon Corman in class, and one of the characters is Tin Man Metallica SquarePants. So they are going to create their class robot while they are here. So I will have different building materials out for them, whether it's Legos or make do. I have lots of cardboard in my office for them to make cardboard robots. That'll be one part of the makerspace. For the students that don't want to build, there is a part where they will name their robot and they will tell us what skills the robot has, because Tin Man Metallica SquarePants had some interesting skills as well. And so that will be like their class robot that they will have to sort of talk about as they are reading the book and they're reading class. So that's an example of one activity I have coming up next week. Another activity that I've done in there before is ebook and audiobook speed dating. So I have different stations set up and I have the kids break up into small groups, and they're given 5 to 10 minutes to preview some ebooks and audiobooks and talk about them. Last year for Valentine's Day, I bought the little conversation hearts. So the students had to pick one book that they previewed in their group, and they had to come up with a poem using the conversation hearts where they said, you know, what they liked about the ebook or audiobook. I had like a couple of questions that they could answer just to help, you know, guide them through, and then we shared our conversation heart poems that we made, and they were pretty funny. So trying to fit the different little hearts into real words was very interesting. So.
Wow. ebook speed dating. So let's just, try it out. You say, well, I don't like that. Well, how do you know you don't like it?
It's a really fast way of the kids evaluating quickly, getting a little bit of a taste of what the book is about, and then sharing that information with others, and then they decide whether it's a book they want to read or not.
So they go all the way from that to building robots called Tin Man Metallica SquarePants.
Who was a character in a book.
I love the way she's embedding herself into the teaching and the work with the actual classroom. Teachers from language arts to social studies. She's really made herself an integral part of the teaching at Carwise Middle School.
Yes, she has. She works very well with all the teachers, and the collaboration happens constantly. They're always coming in to ask her, can we do this, can we do that, and will you help me?
Watch Digital Learning Monday and Friday at 6:30 and Saturday and Sunday at 12:30 on WPDS TV 14, Pinellas County Schools Television.